ever said yes so many times that you forgot what your no sounds like? Well, this is the story of how Zina lost herself trying to keep her friend Robin. Well, welcome to the story of Robin and Zina, the high cost of yes. In the bustling campus of Lagos University, Zina, a final year student, navigated the throngs. Her quiet demeanor masking a persistent insecurity. She yearned for acceptance, yet feared the judgment of her peers. Now entered Robin, a striking presence with an air of effortless confidence, though built on a foundation of control and status. Their interaction sparked by Zena's prized expensive bag. It became an unlikely bridge. Robin, ever perceptive of social currency, saw in Zena a potential asset, a key to solidifying her position among the happening girls. Then kicks in a friendship built on manipulation and control. Zena and Robin's interaction is sparked by Zena's prized expensive bag, becoming an unlikely breach. Robin, ever perceptive of social currency, saw in Zena a potential asset, a key to solidifying her positions among the happening girls.
Hmm. I like expensive babes. This girl bag they enter eye or
Zena, flattered by Robin's attention, was excited when Robin approached her because she felt like she was finally being accepted. By the way, that was one of her greatest desire for a best friend, a good friendship. But she never knew that Robin also had her own ulterior motive. Well, Robin's seemingly charismatic persona masked her profound insecurity, a constant need for validation and control. Soon, Zina became Robin's constant companion, summoned to school at Robin's whim, a reliable backup for every emergency, every moment of doubt. Yet, when things were smooth, Robin retreated to her big girls' circle, leaving Zina to ponder the fleeting nature of their connection. You see, to be a people pleaser is often described by psychologists as an unconscious survival strategy. Rather than just being nice, while the world sees a kind, helpful person, the internal experience is usually one of a high stress, hypervigilance, and a deep seated fear of being discarded. Huh. Well, for a people pleaser, the world feels like a place where safety is earned. You are constantly scanning the moods of people around you. A slight change in someone's tone or a short text message can trigger intense anxiety. Getting a thank you or positive feedback feels like a temporary relief from the fear of being unworthy. Without it, you might feel invisible or bad. Over time, you may actually lose track of what you like. When asked, where do you want to eat? Or what do you think? You don't look inward for an answer. You look at the other person to see what answer will make them feel happy. Well, the invisible ledger, even though people pleasers rarely ask for anything, they often carry an invisible ledger in their heads. Because you say yes when you mean no, you end up doing things you hate. This builds a quiet, simmering resentment. And yes, because Zena will always want to be in the good books of Robin. She never said no to Robin, whether it was an emergency. Whatever it is Robin called her for, she was always available to say yes. She didn't want to offend Robin because she felt, I like this friendship. I want to be among the happening girls. So Robin took advantage of the situation, always using Zina as her 911, emergency line. Whenever it is she wants to run that quick errand, she picks her phone and calls Zina because she knows how to manipulate her way around it. And Zina will always say yes, even when it's convenient and when it's not convenient. And yes, today is one of those days.
I need an urgent help. Let me call Zina and act tensed up. Hey Zina. Hello Robin. What's the matter? You sound tensed. I want you to urgently pick a delivery for me. Please. No, I was kind of busy, but I will help. Send me the address. I knew she would never say no. Now I have enough time to prepare for the party.
Towards the people you are helping, it takes an immense amount of energy to manage everyone else's emotions. This often leads to burnout and feeling that nobody is there for me like I am for them. On the rare occasion you do set a boundary, the guilt is so physical painful that it's easily to just give in and apologize for having a need. For Zina, that was Zina's case in this situation.
Hello Zina. How far? Please, I will need you to follow me to the store. Hello Robin. Sorry I can't go with you because I am kind of tired today. You know I can't go alone. Please come out. I promise to buy you food. I'm not feeling mentally strong today. I just want to be indoors. This girl, you are funny. Which one is mentally feeling fine? You will be fine once you go out. I still can't go, Robin. I can't believe you're being this cold when I clearly need your help. I'm not being cold. I'm being fair to myself. I'm tired of being your emergency contact only when you're failing. Oh God, that was too much. I was too mean. She's going to think I hate her. Maybe I should go back and apologize.
For a people pleaser, standing up for oneself often feels worse than being mistreated because of the guilt hangover that follows it. Only thing scarier than being betrayed is being perceived as dramatic or bitter for a people pleasing person. You see, by acting like everything is fine, Zina is essentially gaslighting herself to keep peace instead of speaking her mind. Escalation happens when the effort the people pleaser puts out is met with zero or negative effort from the other person. The doubt arises because the people pleaser is trained to believe that if things aren't working, it's because they haven't given enough yet. You are literally too tired to keep up the nice persona, feeling intense anger or frustration internally while still saying yes or no problem externally. Realizing that by saying yes to someone else, you are actively saying no to your own health, career, or sanity. You see, when a people pleaser starts to pull back, they don't feel empowered immediately. They feel guilt. This doubt sounds like, am I being dramatic? Maybe they are just going through a hard time and I'm being selfish. If I stop helping, will they realize I was never actually their friend, just their assistant? So you see, you snap, you yell, cry, or disappear because you can't take the pressure anymore. It's messy and usually leads to more guilt. You realize that doing too much is actually a disservice to both people. It prevents you from being healthy and prevents the other person, like Robin, from ever taking responsibility for their self. Now to Robin, the benefactor of Zina's people pleasing traits. Her personality is a mix of outward confidence and deep seated internal insecurity. You see, she commands attention. When Robin enters a room, she is the life of the party and has a high social status within her campus. Well, she's coming from a well to do background, so she carries an air of entitlement. She expects things to go her way because they usually do. So you see, she is very aware of social hierarchies. She knows who is important and makes sure she is seen with them. So, her loudness is often marks for her need to be the center of attention. If she isn't the top friend, she feels threatened. To feel insecure, she needs to dictate the affairs of her circle. She feels comfortable when others are looking to her direction. She treats people like accessories. When things are going well, she gravitates towards her elite circle. And when she has a breakdown or she's facing a crisis, she retreats back to her friend Zina. She knows Zina will always be there to pick up the pieces. She knows exactly how to pull Zina's strings. She uses Zina's kindness as her safety net, but doesn't feel the need to offer that same safety in return. Her desire for social approval outweighs her loyalty. This was most clear in scenes where she laughed at Zina's torn dress. Instead of helping her, she chose the laugh of the crowd over the pain of her friend. She doesn't see Zina as an equal. She sees Zina as a resources. You see, Robin doesn't necessarily wake up wanting to be evil. Oh. In her mind, she's just living her best life. Her tragedy is that she values status over connection. She is so afraid of being seen as weak or uncool that she sacrifices the only person, which is Zina, who actually cares about her.